Okay, hi guys. So we're continuing with our simplifying surds. This time we have surds within a sum. So before I even begin, I'm going to write down my little cheat sheet of square numbers just so I don't have to think about, oh god, is that a square number? So I've got 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared, 7 squared, 8 squared, 9 squared, and 10 squared. So looking at our first one here, we've got simplify root 27 plus 4 root 3, take away root 12. Best way to do this is first look for the smallest surd. So here, this root 3, that root 3 there is our smallest one. And first way I need to think is, can I divide it by any of my square numbers? And clearly, because it's less than 4, I can't. So I know instantly that root 3 is my simplest surd. And therefore, everything will be able to multiply with a square number and root 3. And so I look at my root 27. And 3 times 9 would give me that 27. And 9, as we can see, is in my list. And then 12, well, if I do 4 times 3, that will give me 12. And again, look at my list, 4 is in my list. So that will just be root 9, root 3, plus 4, root 3, take away root 4, root 3. Square root of 9 is 3, so that's going to be 3 root 3 plus 4 root 3 minus square root of 4 is 2, so we minus 2 root 3. So the next little thing, if we think back to algebra, if you had a question like 3x plus 4x minus 2x, when we do algebra, you just add together your coefficients. So we've got 3 plus 4, which is 7, take away 2, which gives us 5x. It works in a very similar way when we have surds. So again, I look at my numbers. So I've got 3, add 4, take away 2. So that's going to be 5 root 3. Okay, so next one then. So again, I'm going to look at my my surds. I see the 6 here. And looking at my list, there is no squared number that I can divide 6 with. So that means that is my simplest surd, so I can use that. So I've now got 8 root 6, take away 2, and I'm going to have something times 6 plus something times 6. Well, 4 times 6 would give me 24, and 100 times 6 will give me 600. And again, look at my list, 4's in there, 100's in there, so that's going to work. So that's now going to be 8 root 6 minus 2 root 4 root 6 plus root 100 root 6. So we've now got 8 root 6, take away 2. Now remember, when these things are right next to each other, that means they are multiplying together. So that's now going to be minus 2 times 2, because the square root of 4 is 2. That root 6 is still there, and that will become 10 root 6. So just neatening that up quickly, I've now got 8 root 6. 2 times 2 is going to give me that 4. The rest is the same. And then same idea, I want to look at all my numbers at the front here. So 8 take away 4 is going to give me 4, plus 10 is 14. So I've now got 14 root 6. Okay, so sometimes it is not going to be explicitly obvious what our simplified surd is. So I'm just going to quickly write my list again at the side here very, very quickly. Okay. So again, I recommend looking at the smallest surd. So this root 20. Now, I know for sure that I can divide 4 into that. So that means we do need to actually simplify all our surds. And if I was unsure, I can again build it up slowly but surely like we've done before. And think, right, well, 20 divided by 2 is 10. That's not going to work. 20 divided by 3 doesn't work. Skip 4. 20 divided by 5, that then gives me 4. So I know that works. And I can check with the others. 20 divided by, not 20. 80 divided by 5 is going to give me 16. 45 divided by 5 is giving me 9. And pay attention to the fact that I am dividing it all by the exact same number. The moment I know one works, I check only then with the others. So that's now going to be 9 times root 9 times 5 plus root 4 times 5 plus root 16 times 5. So that's going to be root 9, root 5 plus root 4, root 5 plus root 16, root 5. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 16 is 4. Adding up all my numbers at the front here. So I've got 3, add 2, which is 5, add the 4 gives me 9. So that's going to be 9 root 5. Okay, and last one here. Again, just going to write my list very, very quickly. If you feel confident, I recommend just pausing the video and giving a shot at this question yourself. See if you can get it. So, looking at my surds, the first thing I notice is the fact that every single one ends with a 0. So I'm going to see what happens if I divide them by 10. So if I do 250 divided by 10, that's going to give me 25. And looking at my list, I can see it's on there, so that's going to work. And again, I look at this 810. If I divide that by 10, that gives me 81, which again is on my list, so that's going to work. And 160 divided by 10 is going to give me 16. And again, look at my list there. It's one of my square numbers, so that's going to work. So I'm now going to have 3 root 25 times 10 minus 2 root 81 times 10 plus 16 times 10. So that's going to be 3 root 25 root 10 minus 2 root 81 root 10 plus root 16 root 10. So that's now going to be 3 times 5, 2 times 9 plus 4 root 10. Just doing those little multiplications now, setting myself up for the last part. And now we need to collect it all together. So I've got 15 take away 18 plus 4. Well, 15 take away 18 is going to give me minus negative 3. Plus 4, that will get me to 1. So I've got 1 root 10. Or realistically, I should just write root 10. So I hope that helped. when it comes to these surds. Just work for it slowly but surely. And again, if you're unsure, just look at the smallest one. That will always help guide you towards